Good evening, welcome back to the action on day 7 of the 2023 Masters Track World Championships here at the National Cycling Centre in Manchester. Competition on track begins with the men's sprint 65 to 69 semi-finals, best of 3, match 1 on the track, which is James Joseph of Guyana and Jay Wolkoff of the United States of America. So this is a competition that began with the qualification and quarter-final stages yesterday. We played out to a conclusion here this evening with the gold, silver, bronze medals awarded later during the course of the racing programme. So James Joseph of Guyana, the rider who has the lead position at the moment, his opponent Jay Wolkoff of the United States, following at a couple of bike lengths distance. So best of 3, as I said, so it's always good to get the first win in a best of 3, puts the pressure on your opponent. Neck and neck at the moment as they go through the bell with 1 lap to go. So the inside line is the shorter way around the track, and that is occupied by Jay Wolkoff, but James Joseph has his, I was going to say his head in front, it's actually got the whole bike in front now. So Joseph leading into the finishing straight, and with relative ease will take match number 1 against Jay Wolkoff. James Joseph has already had a silver medal in the time trial here this week. First step of the way towards the finals in the sprint. Heat number 2 for the semi-finals will feature Paul Jackson from Australia and Kurt Sato from the United States of America. Paul Jackson, the winner of the time trial, which James Joseph was second, so he's got a gold medal already this week. And Kurt Sato, well, he's the defending champion from the World Masters in Los Angeles back in 2022 and had the bronze medal in the time trial. Time trial form translating into sprint semi-final form as well. First to arrive on track is Kurt Sato. He's got a white jersey with the yellow sleeves, or actually 1 yellow, 1 red sleeve from where I'm sitting. And Paul Jackson in the more predominantly yellow jersey. He starts on the inside. Riders draw for position at the start of each round of the competition. The rider on the inside is obliged to lead away from the line and remain there for the first half lap, proceeding at walking pace or better, unless his opponent decides to go past him, which is entirely at liberty to do. General consensus in the world of sprinting is that being second in the opening laps is better because you don't have to keep looking behind you to see what your opponent's up to. So off they go for potential first of 3 encounters. Sprinters like to save as much energy as they can so they can get into the next round by just 2 rides in a match sprint. And so much the better. You've saved yourself 1 trip around the track for 3 laps. So Jackson keeping a careful eye here over his right shoulder on Kurt Sato. Situation still the same. Kurt Sato taking advantage of the slipstream with Paul Jackson. Now he launches around the outside. Almost on terms as they go down the back straight. Sato out of the saddle, still accelerating hard. He's overtaken Jackson. Room shortly to drop in front of him if he so wishes, but doesn't need to do that because Kurt Sato, ducking his head across the line, the defending champion takes the first match in Heat 2 of the semi-finals. So that competition will continue with match 2 a little later. We move the age category on to 70 to 74. Again, we're at the semi-final stage here. And match 1 in Heat 1 will be Jean-Louis Doublet of France taking on Jose Char of Argentina. As ever with our evening sessions of racing here at the World Masters Track Cycling Championships, we have full live stream coverage on YouTube, so if you are tuned in via our YouTube feed and are watching from wherever in the world you are, good evening. We hope you enjoy the action here from the National Cycling Centre in Manchester. We've had some great viewing figures for our live stream. Of course, the great thing with it being on YouTube is you can watch it over and over again for as long as you like. Wall-to-wall World Masters racing for the next 12 months. So the riders just making the final adjustments here on the line before getting ready to start. Jesse Char at the bottom of the track and Jean-Louis Doublet at the top. Jean-Louis Doublet took a silver medal in the time trial a couple of days ago. And Jesse Char, well, he was the silver medalist in the points race. So a rider equally adept at both endurance races like the point race and the sprint matches such as this one, Jesse Char. It's interesting to see who gets the best of this first match between these two. The winner from each of the semi-finals will go into the gold medal final, and the losers will go into the bronze medal final. First lap complete. Char being ultra careful here, looking over both shoulders. Jean-Louis Doublet dropping underneath his opponent now, trying to narrow down any potential angle of attack from the Argentinian rider. Takes greater height on the track in corner 4. He's looking to go over the top of Doublet. That's exactly what he does. Doublet, though, is first to land inside that red sprinters line. That obliges his opponent to go around the outside, the longer way round. Doublet, though, is defending his position well. Char not yet on terms. Jean-Louis Doublet of France is with one final look over his shoulder. The man who takes match 1 against Jesse Char of Argentina. If you're new to the National Cycling Centre and indeed our brand new scoring system that's being debuted here at the World Masters Track Cycling Championships, I need to just explain to you that the green dot on the screen next to the rider's name means that they have won that heat. If they win a second one, then there will be a second dot, and of course no further contest required. If the other rider wins, they too will get a green dot, and the rider gets the 2 green dots is eventually the winner. Meanwhile, heat 2, and arriving on the track is Peter Humphries of Great Britain. His opponent just being wheeled out of the track centre and onto the boards. Take position at the top of the track. He's number 455, and he's at Marc d'Angleterre from France. Well, d'Angleterre was the bronze medalist at the World Masters in Los Angeles last year. We got time trial gold to his credit so far in these 2023 World Masters. Peter Humphries' opponent from Great Britain rolls away first. A measured start to this one, but well in excess of walking pace, well in excess of jogging pace as they go down the back straight. Humphries aware that d'Angleterre's got good form at time trial gold medal. Of course, the bronze medalist from last year in LA as well, so Humphries knows he's in a match here. D'Angleterre starts to move ahead of his opponent. Humphries needs to respond to this move from d'Angleterre, can't allow the gap to get too big. 1 lap to go. Neither rider fully extended yet. And that allows Peter Humphries to come off the corner and draw level with Marc d'Angleterre. So it's a real battle between these two. D'Angleterre with a shorter run to the line. Humphries not able to get past him. And concedes as they come to the line. So Marc d'Angleterre didn't panic there, just maintained his pace and pointed his bike towards the line. First across and first match to Marc d'Angleterre of France. So we move on to the age category 75 plus in the men's sprint. Multiple World Masters champion, in fact defending sprint champion in this age category, representing Great Britain. Jeff Cook starts on the outside, and his opponent Mark Rodemaker is a rider on the inside. Jeff Cook won the points race here. He's the current British Masters champion of the sprint. And as I mentioned, was the defending champion from his win in LA last year. Starts the strong favourite with Jeff Cook. He's, I think, pretty much won the sprint in every Masters age category he's ridden across the years. So he was on the time trial as well. On this occasion, he took the silver medal in the time trial. His opponent Mark Rodemaker, another long-term participant, particularly here in the World Masters in Manchester. And of course, this competition was born. It's the 27th edition of the World Masters here. 20th time it's been run off on the track here at the National Cycling Centre in Manchester. So Jeff Cook begins to make his way around the outside of Mark Rodemaker. And Rodemaker, well, he's got no answers to the strength of Jeff Cook. Across the line for the defending champion. First match under his belt for Jeff Cook of Great Britain. Second heat is an antipodean battle between New Zealand and Australia. Colin Claxton in the familiar black and white of New Zealand, the 478, and his opponent from Australia, Jim Veal, in the green and yellow, the national colours of Australia. So Veal will be on the outside and Claxton on the inside. Veal, the time trial champion for his age category. Colin Claxton, winner of the scratch race and bronze medal in the time trial. Claxton is obliged to lead away, which he does, although not actually on the track. Now start to make the way onto the brown bit, with Claxton just looking over his right shoulder, trying to preempt any attacking move from Jim Veal. Veal just tracking along behind Claxton at the moment. Actually picking the pace up, but staying resolutely in the bottom portion of the track, both of them. Not trying to use the height of the banking to their advantage. So if it remains this way, Veal is going to come around his opponent Claxton. One lap to go. So Veal moves just slightly to his right, begins to develop the overtake here. Claxton defending his position. He can't come out of that sprinters line and impede Veal. And as they come to the line, Jim Veal never quite had the legs to get past Colin Claxton. So Colin Claxton is the winner of heat number 2, match 1. So more action from those sprints when we get to the match 2 stage a little bit later. But now we're going to turn our attention to distance racing into the men's age category 35 to 39. And it's the scratch race final, contested over 40 laps of the track, 10 kilometres of racing. Scheduled to be 12 riders taking the start in this one. Half of the field will start at the blue band at the bottom of the track, the other half will hang on to the fence. No clear complications like points in this one. It is a straight race, with the exception of any riders who gain or lose a lap, which make things slightly more complicated. Essentially, the first 3 riders across the line would take gold, silver and bronze medals. So one or two riders to keep an eye on in this race. The man who took the silver medal in LA last year, Oliver Hambry. He starts with number 131 on his back. He rides for Great Britain. Bronze medalist from the USA last year is Austin Carroll, number 124. Winner of the points race here at Manchester this year, Ron van der Bush of Belgium, number 143. Rider was third in the points and second got a silver medal in the team pursuit as well for Andrew Magnier of Great Britain. So number 137 on his back. So man to look out for silver medal in the points race for Great Britain, John Brearley. So all 12 riders on the start list are lined up on the track. Our starter, and Conversation is just checking that everyone is present and correct, the right numbers, and the numbers can be seen. Confirm that everyone is there, so our starter will blow the whistle to roll them away. They'll have a rolling first lap, and then when they come across the line at the end of that rolling lap, the gun will fire and the race will be underway. So the gun is primed and ready. So breakaway moves do develop during the course of this scratch race. Our starter, standing at trackside, lady who just fired the gun, will point at the rider who is the head of the race. Generally is the one who's on the front. However, if a rider or riders in a scratch race gain a lap, so in other words they go all the way around the track and join the back of the main field, then the head of the race becomes the front of the bunch. However, the riders who are on the lead lap are still the leaders of the race. So even if you finish last and have gained a lap across the line, would still be the gold medal winner. "36 laps to go this time. A little bit of daylight for the first time at the front of the bunch here. That's Austin Carroll, last year's bronze medalist from Los Angeles. Byron Hooper, who was very active during the points race the other night, is the man in the yellow and black. Just a look at the front there as well, drifting further down the line. Tom Grigson from Great Britain. It's a very notable purple magenta coloured jersey. Relinquishes the lead to Andrew Magnier. Silver medal in the team pursuit for Magnier and bronze medal in the points race. couple of little probing attempts to go clear, but no serious attack yet. Mainfield one long line, so an indication the pace is pretty high. So not conducive really to an attacking move. Unlike the point race, where there are sprints every 10 laps, it's a natural springboard once the field have contested the point sprint. The majority will tend to sit up, and that's always a great moment for an attacking move to develop. Here in the scratch race, just pick your opportunity when it presents itself. You think you might be able to sneak away from the field. But at the moment, every single move being rapidly brought back into the fold. Ever-changing situation at the head of the race. 29 laps to go. Grigson is back at the front. Austin Carroll, who was the rider who tried to provoke that breakaway a few laps ago, is currently towards the back of the race along with John Brearley of Great Britain. 29 laps to go. In fact, it's 28 when they come into the home straight this time. First sight of Oliver Hambray, the silver medalist from the World Masters in Los Angeles last year. This is the last time in Manchester for the foreseeable future for the World Masters. It's off to Roubaix for the next 2 years. The new velodrome built just adjacent to the famous outdoor velodrome where the conclusion of Paris-Roubaix is contested every year. In fact, we had a visit from some young people from Roubaix earlier this week who've been doing a project about Major Taylor, a famous sprinter from many years ago. They've made a bust of Major Taylor, which is taken pride of place along with the Reg Harris statue on corner 3 here at the National Cycling Centre. Meanwhile, back on the track, still all together, 25 laps to go. I did mention our live feed, if you're watching that, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're enjoying it. But don't forget, we've also got just a very limited stock left of World Masters merchandise. It's been very popular this week. I think there are maybe 1 or 2 World Masters water bottles left. A very nice aluminium bottle with a wooden top with the World Masters leg on it. Maybe still the odd piece of Manchester Velodrome track. Not the current incarnation, the previous incarnations of the track. So do check out the merch table, which is at the bottom of the spectator stairs in the Velodrome reception area. So, the gap beginning to develop now. Rider who was having a little look out the front earlier, Byron Hooper, is more committed this time. He's dragged 2 riders clear to chase him down. Tom Grigson is one of them. Hooper swings up in the hope that those 3 can come together. Maybe work together to make the breakaway a more viable option, but the group continues to get larger, then it becomes less effective, and indeed the main field not far away from making the junction here. 20 laps to go. Once again reinforcing the view that it's quite hard to get away with the pace of this race at the moment. The 2 riders beginning to suffer a little bit at the back. It's Fiat Charis and the darkest of Greece. He's gone backwards along with one other rider who shows 2 back markers. If they let the gap get too big, they may never see the back of the main field again. Riders just off the back trying to rejoin. It's Ron van der Bosch, rider who won the points race a couple of nights ago. Tom Grigson, who's been driving the pace for the last few laps, also has been distanced. 17 to go. On the front is Andrew Magnier. Claudio Vera of Chile, riding the red jersey, who's off the back here. Not as far off the back as the last 2 riders who are just coming out of corner 2. Again, just a very small advantage for 3 leading riders. And the acceleration, well, that's coming from Stuart Gardner of Great Britain. Oliver Hambray in 2nd place. Gardner's got a little gap here. Once looking around behind, no one immediately launches into the chase. So this is the biggest gap we've seen so far for Stuart Gardner of Great Britain. Still 15 laps to go. Brooks also one of the two back markers, along with Theocharis Ladakis. Those riders in danger of being caught by the front of the main field. So the Vera was going backwards as well here, the Chilean rider. Still Gardner on the front, but is being caught back by the front of the main field. Matthew Coates and Tom Grigson also off the back as they enter corner 3. Main field coming around corner 4. So 7 riders left in the main field, 12 laps to go. And the 3 back markers who are under the scoreboard may well find themselves being lapped any moment. In fact, the red flag being shown to them. Once you're lapped in a scratch race, it's end of game for you. Main field will come through. The other 2 lagging riders, Matthew Coates and Tom Grigson, may well get back in here, but by the time they've done so, it's likely that the main field will pick up the pace again because we're getting ever closer to the finish here. We've got 10 laps to go. 2.5 kilometres remain. Once again, Andrew Magnier is the rider on the front with Ron van den Busch on his wheel, the man from Belgium, the point race winner. Gardner resumes at the head of the race as well. So the 2 lagging riders get back on. That's Coates and Grigson. Gardner goes to the back of the line now. John Brealey there as well. Byron Hooper briefly on the front, and he swings up again. 7 laps to go. Well, any prospect of lap gains or even serious breakaway moves ebbing away now. No one's going to let anyone escape. Final 7 laps, and this race likely to come down to a sizable sprint for the line. Oliver Hambray just swinging off the front. John Brealey in 2nd place, now takes up the head of the race briefly. Well, everyone trying to avoid doing too big a turn now on the front. Keep those legs for the sprint. So it's like a gigantic team pursuit at the moment. Riders a small turn at the front and then drifts back down the line. Danger, of course, you find yourself getting trapped towards the back of the race as we get towards the final sprint. Relatively small number of riders on the track though, so plenty of room to work. So as we approach the completion of this race, reminder to our sprinters that we need you to return to the starting station of the home straight. We're moving to race 2 of our sprint competitions. 3 riders just with a small advantage. But again, rapidly snuffed out by the main field. 3 laps to go. Andrew Magnier on the front, Tom Grigson second wheel, and it's John Brealey. Hambray in 4th place, poised here. Who took the silver medal in LA last year. 1 lap to go. Andrew Magnier has been on the front for the last lap and a half. Grigson second wheel, then it's Brealey. Hambray trying to come through. But Magnier's holding on well here. Andrew Magnier of Great Britain into the finishing straight. Can he hang on? Yes, he can. So Magnier takes it. Grigson second and third for Brealey. Well, full on action in that scratch race. No hanging about at all. 12 minutes and 12 seconds. An average of 49.180 kilometres per hour. And a great ride from the man who is Enjoying the applause, Andrew Manier of Great Britain is your World Master Champion for the men's scratch race, age category 35 to 39. So, confirmation of the results on the board for you. Andrew Manier is the winner, takes the gold medal. Tom Griggs of Great Britain gets the silver, and John Brearley of Great Britain takes the bronze. So it's back to sprinting in the 65 to 69 years of age category semi-finals. Match 2 of Heat 1, James Joseph and Jay Wolkoff. Joseph from Guyana and Wolkoff from the United States. And James Joseph, who took the first match, if he takes this one, he'll progress into the gold medal final. So the pressure on Jay Wolkoff to try and square this one and take it to a decider. Wolkoff was elected to take up the lead position. He started on the outside. Outpaced somewhat by James Joseph in the first heat, so he needs to be very watchful of how big a gap his opponent has behind him and when to launch his sprint. Joseph has had enough of this, decides to go back into the lead and take up the uppermost position here. Wolkoff latches onto the wheel. Joseph looking over his shoulder, trying to dictate the terms of this race. He's got that one match advantage already. Now he begins to kick out of the saddle, increasing the pace. Wolkoff, again the gap opens here, so James Joseph coming through, and the repeat of the first time round is that James Joseph has outpaced Jay Wolkoff, and in 2 rides he will go into the gold medal final. Jay Wolkoff will go into the bronze medal final. Heat 2, match 2, Paul Jackson of Australia and Kurt Sato of the United States. Kurt Sato is, of course, the defending champion of the sprint, having taken the title in Los Angeles last year. So Jackson on the outside, Sato on the inside, and it was the defending champion who took the first match. Starter checking both rides already. Thumbs up from Paul Jackson. Slightly less distinct nod from Kurt Sato. Rolling around the lower part of the track for the first half lap. Both riders have taken a higher position. Jackson staying a bike length or two behind Sato, giving himself some room for manoeuvre. Sato keeping a very careful eye though. Jackson just makes to go underneath. In fact, he does go underneath. Takes just about the lead from Sato. He's trying to keep Sato away from that sprinter's line as long as he can. Jackson instead drops inside it. Sato follows. 1 lap to go. Paul Jackson begins the acceleration. Kurt Sato responds and begins to close the gap on his opponent. Jackson on the inside, Sato on the outside, almost on terms halfway down the back straight. And Kurt Sato just needs this one to go into the gold medal final. It's going to be close, but not quite close enough for Paul Jackson. And in 2 rides, Kurt Sato will go into the gold medal final, where he will meet James Joseph of Guyana. Age category 70 to 74 semi-finals next, and again we're at the match 2 stage here. Heat number 1 will feature Jean-Louis Dublé of France and José Char of Argentina. Dublé was the winner of the first match. So they line up on the start in the opposite order than they did in the first match. If it does go to a decider, they draw again to see who starts on the inside. So it's Dublé lower down the track for this heat. Char just about enough room to insert him just above Dublé. Line the fence, away they go. So José Char is the man under pressure here, has to win this one to take it to a decider. Giving Dublé quite a bit of ground here. Frenchman looks over his shoulder. The Argentinian begins to take a little bit more interest. Begins his acceleration. Dublé out of the saddle. So Char's ridden virtually up to the wheel of Dublé, but has got no further. 1 lap to go. Argentinian has to go around the outside of his opponent, who is well inside that sprinter's line. Dublé is holding off Char at the moment. The closer he gets to the line, the less likely it is that Char can come around the outside of Dublé, and he's not going to do it, despite a final lunge from the Argentinian. In 2 rides, Jean-Louis Dublé of France takes his place in the 70 to 74 gold medal final. José Char will go into the bronze medal final. Who both will meet will be decided by the outcome of the next semi-final heat. Whether it will be this match or whether it will need a decider is, well, we'll rest on the result of this one. We've got Marc d'Angleterre and Peter Humphries next on track. Marc d'Angleterre was the winner of the first match riding for France. Peter Humphries needs to win this one, the rider from Great Britain. If you're curious, unlike the team sprint or the team pursuit, where the riders, when they line up on the start and the pursuit lines, have a designated position, a metre apart, where they have to start. On the sprint, as long as the inside rider is inside the outside rider, then they can start anywhere from the top to the bottom of the track. The reason they start higher up the track here is to give themselves a little bit of momentum into that first banking. So Marc d'Angleterre of France, the rider on the front here in the dark colours. Knows that victory here will take him into what will be an all-French gold medal final, where he meets his fellow countryman Jean-Louis Doublet. One lap to go. Humphries still locks onto the back wheel of Marc d'Angleterre. It's no good being on the back. He needs to overtake him and come to the line first. I don't think he's going to do it. Marc d'Angleterre, just like the first ride, just got enough pace to take himself over the line ahead of his opponent. Marc d'Angleterre will make it an all-French gold medal final for the 70-74 sprint, where he'll take on Jean-Louis Doublet. And the bronze medal will be contested between Jose Char of Argentina and Peter Humphries of Great Britain. So onto the 75 plus age category. Heat 1, match 2 here, the defending champion Jeff Cook of Great Britain, his opponent Mark Rodemaker of the United States. Jeff Cook outpaced his opponent significantly in the first encounter. He starts on the inside this time, matching shoes for his yellow bike. Well, Jeff Cook, he's been such a successful sprinter over the years. Not just got speed, but also got a very good tactical brain as well. He's decided he's going to go to the top and allow his opponent to take up the lead at the moment. Saves him looking over his shoulder. So Rodemaker now the man on the front. American rider trying to take the action towards the top of the track. Both hovering around about the middle ground currently. So Rodemaker, of course, has to win this one to deny Jeff Cook direct passage into the gold medal final. How would you overcome someone like Jeff Cook? Rodemaker begins to lift the pace. Jeff Cook begins to respond to that increase in speed. Very quickly closes the gap down on Rodemaker. Now Cook is on terms at corner 3. Rodemaker has a shorter run to the line, but Jeff Cook comes around the outside and with consummate ease once again takes his place in a gold medal final at the World Masters. And Mark Rodemaker, well, we'll see him again in the bronze medal final. Heat 2 then, Colin Claxon and Jim Veal. Claxon from New Zealand and Veal from Australia. Jim Veal wearing number 491 in the yellow and green on the outside, inside I should say, and on the outside is Colin Claxton, the black and white of New Zealand. Claxton has one match to his advantage so far. So the winner of this semi-final will meet Jeff Cook in the gold medal final. Jim Veal just easing himself out of the saddle, injecting a little bit more pace. Claxton maintains the gap without any such effort required, remaining seated as he draws level with Veal. Through the bell, and Claxton just gets his wheel in front as they go down the back straight. Claxton riding wide, but he's going to go faster than Veal under the scoreboard. And Colin Claxton is going to ease his way into the gold medal final as well, defeating Jim Veal in 2 rides. So that will see Jeff Cook take on Colin Claxton for the gold medal, and Mark Rodemaker will meet Jim Veal in the battle for the bronze. So the sprinters will take a short break whilst we bring you more scratch race action. This time it is the age category 40 to 44 in the men's scratch race. Bigger field for this one, 22 riders on the start list. Race distance, as before, is 40 laps or 10 kilometres. Summing the field here for this men's scratch 40 to 44 is the bronze medal from last year's World Masters in Los Angeles. Representing the United States, wearing race number 193, is Fergus Tanaka. Two members of the gold medal winning 40 to 44 Team Pursuit squad, Master Rutherford and Simon Wilson, in this race, and Simon Wilson also, of course, the winner of the individual pursuit as well. Master Rutherford, as ever, just offering a word of encouragement to the other riders as he positions his bike on the fence. Rider getting a good deal of coaching down there from his assistant. And the riders on the fence will be hanging onto the rail, and the riders in the blue band will be held up by a holder. So 19 riders actually line up, 3 non-starters. And before the action even gets underway, I have to tell you that the commissaires have issued a warning to rider number 198. It's an A37 warning, and that is for missing, modified or not visible body number. What it actually means is the rider has inserted his numbers in a pocket on his racing attire rather than on the outside surface. So that's an A37 warning for rider number 198, Krzysztof Wolski of Poland. Well, the attacking move's already developing here, just 4 laps gone. Anthony Needs of Great Britain has gone on the attack, so too Simon Wilson. Simon Wilson of the Union Jack on the back of his jersey here. Individual pursuit and team pursuit gold medalist for Simon Wilson. He's got half a lap already on the main field. 3 chasers now emerge into the gap. Alistair Rutherford, his team pursuit teammate, is one of them. And if Wilson latches onto the back of the main field, he will be the leader of the race because he'll be on the lead lap. At the head of the race will switch to the first rider in the chase. It's not there yet though. It's an audacious move to gain a lap on your own on a 250-metre track with the bunch moving at the speed it is. Wilson will surely begin to tire. It's a rider who can ride a 16-lap individual pursuit to take a gold medal. He's the man who's cut out for this kind of solo effort, time trialling his way around the track. 4-rider chase group here. Chris Kajik of the Netherlands there, on with Alistair Rutherford, 2 of the Polish riders. They are the chasers, but the head of the race is Simon Wilson. He is at corner 2, the bunch just disappearing at the other end of the back straight. Wilson is not far away from the lap gain here. Well, it was an audacious move from Simon Wilson, and it's going to prove extremely fruitful because he's just about to get into the main field and gain a lap. So Simon Wilson gains the lap. The head of the race is now the chasing group, which was the chasing group, now the leading group into the finishing straight. Simon Wilson, though, is the race leader. He is 1 lap ahead of everybody else on the track, 27 laps to go. Simon Wilson clearly went into that race with that tactic very much in mind. He attacked very early on, caught the bunch napping slightly when it came to the attacking move, and look at this, he's gone again. Well, this really is turning the screw for Simon Wilson. Five leaders, 1 chaser who is actually the race leader in terms of the number of laps completed. And the main field, 25 to go. Surely Simon Wilson can't gain 2 laps. Maybe he can. More riders split up the front of the main field. 5 riders in the back straight who are the head of the race. Will be the next riders to make the junction if they catch up with the back of the main field. They too will gain a lap, and that will mean then that they're on the same lap as Simon Wilson. But of course, Simon Wilson is half a lap away from the bunch that they will join. So that's the reason that Simon Wilson's gone on the attack again. He was aware that that group of 5 riders who are just coming into the finishing straight may well gain the lap as well. That would put the situation back to 6 leading riders amongst that bunch. But at the moment, as he's off the front, if those 5 gain the lap, he'll become the head of the race and will still be the leading rider on the track. Exciting stuff. 2 laps to go to the halfway point in this men's 40 to 44 scratch race final. And those 5 riders gain the lap. Incidentally, don't be alarmed by the plus 20 points that appears on the scoreboard. It's just the way the system works. As Simon Wilson gains a 2nd lap, so he's still the race leader. Polish rider retiring here. That's Rafał Radziej of Poland. Head of the race now is the rider in red in the home straight. That's Alexis Arias of Chile. So Simon Wilson, the race leader. The riders who are at the with 1 lap gained: Chris Kajik, Alistair Rutherford, Adrian Swiderski, Fergus Tanaka, and Krzysztof Awolski. So they'll be battling for 2nd and 3rd place if the race situation stays as it is now, because of course Simon Wilson has an extra lap on them. So after all that action, the race has slowed a little, not in pace, but in action terms. It won't be too long, I don't think, before the next move develops. Maybe time for Simon Wilson to think about getting a 3rd lap. He's actually about 4th place on the track at the moment. Lone leader with a small advantage. 15 laps remaining. This is Anthony Needs. He's a rider who is 2 laps behind. In other words, he's a rider who's not gained a lap at all in the race so far, so that's why he's set off in this lone effort. Almost inevitably, Simon Wilson is now at the front of what is currently the chasing group, and I think Needs has thought better of that one. He swung up in the back straight, so the race will come all back together. The situation that's still depicted on our big screen remains that Simon Wilson is on the lead lap, following 5 riders, all with 1 lap gain, the rest of the field on 0 laps. 13 to go. At the 3-kilometre remaining mark, another rider chancing his arm here. This is Marcin Rudnik of the United States of America. So Rudnik also not gained a lap so far. Maybe will have allowed him to escape here. Well, if he were to gain a lap, he'd join the 5 riders on the plus 1 lap score. The majority of those riders are in this leading group here, this chasing group I should say, because they don't want him to join them with that lap gain. Michael Kirkland, who was silver medal in the team pursuit, in the blue, just dropping to the back of that line. Where's Simon Wilson? Yes, he's moving up, he's bridging that gap between the back part of the main field and the front part. Head of the race is still the rider in the back straight. Nine laps to go. Alistair Rutherford comes to the front and over the top, an attacking move as well. Glancing to the other side of the track for Marcin Rudnik. Well, Rudnick's been caught, and the rider who has made this attacking move is continuing to make good ground. This is Damien Charlotte of France. He too has not gained a lap so far. So Charlotte is being pursued almost inevitably by Simon Wilson, the race leader, with 6 laps to go. Four laps to go. Rider on the front now is the man from the Netherlands, Chris Kajik. He was one of the riders who gained the 1 lap in the 5-rider group. He has got Simon Wilson on his wheel, so if Kajik remains where he is, and the main field don't catch either of these riders, Simon Wilson will be a gold medal winner, and the man from the Netherlands, Chris Kajik, will be the silver medal winner. The riders with the 1 lap advantage in the bunch will battle it out for the bronze. Dropped off the back here is Paul Daly of Great Britain. 2 leading riders, 2 laps to go. They've got almost half a lap advantage. So the battle in the main field at the moment is for the bronze medal. 1 lap to go. It doesn't matter if Kajik crosses the line ahead of Simon Wilson because Wilson is a lap ahead of him. So Simon Wilson doesn't need to expend any unnecessary energy. You just watch Chris Kajik. It's like the privilege of going across the line in first place. And that's what he's going to do. Simon Wilson, 2 lap gains, takes the win. Chris Kajik gets the silver medal. Here's the battle for the bronze. Alistair Rutherford leading the charge. They come into the finishing straight. Alistair Rutherford will take the bronze medal for Great Britain. Wow, what a great scratch race that was. Lap gains all over the place. And, well, the man who dominated the action. Let's hear a big round of applause, folks, for a great ride from Great Britain. Simon Wilson, your gold medal winner. Scintillating stuff. So we'll be seeing the medal ceremonies for both of our scratch races a little bit later. In fact, we will be seeing them quite soon because we've got nothing other than the sprints in between them. So race 3 in the sprints, of which aren't required. So yeah, we'll be going straight into our medal ceremonies in just a few moments' time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's scratch race, age category 35 to 39. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place, a winner of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, John Brearley. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing Great Britain, Tom Grigson. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Great Britain, Andrew Manier. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's scratch race, age category 40 to 44. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place, a winner of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, Alistair Rutherford. In second place, and winner of the silver medal, representing the Netherlands, Chris Kirkdijk. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Great Britain, Simon Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. So competition continues now with the men's team sprint, age category 45 to 54 finals. Just a quick test to make sure the starting gates are operating effectively. So the first final would be the bronze medal match between the team of Velobike from Great Britain in the home straight and the team of Ireland will start in the back straight. So once the bikes are secured in the starting gates on both sides of the track, the countdown for 50 seconds will begin. Team Velobike already in place in the home straight. Man 1 is Tony Brooks, man 2 is Anthony Wallace, and man 3 Lee Staples. So the lineup for Ireland in the back straight. Man 1 is Liam Collins, man 2 John Caffrey, and man 3 Keith Megan. Well, we have a false start. It's the back straight who are at fault. See. So in fact it was rider 3 on the back straight who caused the false start. You only get 2 attempts to record a time in any competition, so this will be the final opportunity for Ireland. They have to get it right this time. So just a few moments to reset the gates and to bring the riders back to the start line. So if you're not familiar with the rules of track racing, particularly if you're maybe watching our live stream, and maybe it's the first time you've seen track racing like this, false start is called when a rider who is not the rider in the gate crosses the line first. So the rule is that the rider who starts in the starting gate, his front wheel has to cross the line first. If not, it's a false start. So the 50-second countdown begins again. Velobike of Great Britain in the home straight, Ireland in the back straight. Bronze medal final for the men's team sprint. So both teams cleanly away this time. The rider in the gate will ride the first lap. Tony Brooks for the home straight team and Liam Collins for the back straight team. They will then cede the racing line to the second rider, maximum of 15 metres beyond the start line. Second rider for each team. Anthony Wallace for the team in the home straight velo bike and John Caffrey for Ireland. Advantage for Ireland, very small advantage. These two teams were separated with 3/10 of a second in qualification earlier today. It's reflected here, still just a small advantage for Ireland as the final leg driven by Lee Staples for Ireland and Keith Megan. Sorry, Lee Staples for velo bike and Keith Megan for Ireland as they come to the line, and it is going to be velo bike who will take it. No, yes he will be. 51.122, still very close, but 51.222 for velo bike and 52.020 for Ireland. That means that velo bike are the bronze medal winners. So the lineup now for the gold medal final. Czech Republic taking the start in the home straight and Team USA in the back straight. So in the home straight, man 1 Petr Malešek, man 2 Petr Njevert and man 3 David Gothard. And in the back straight, man 1 is Kenneth Todd, man 2 Charles Moore and man 3 William Wong. So both teams away. The qualification times for these two teams are even closer than in the bronze medal final this morning. In fact, it was just over a 1/10 of a second in favour of Czech Republic. That's why they've started in the home straight. And still very close here, just a slight advantage for Team USA after the first lap. Second rider into the fray now, Petr Njevert for Czech Republic and Charles Moore for Team USA. Heading for the final change. So William Wong takes it up for Team USA and David Gothard for Czech Republic. Team USA still ahead by 0.139 of a second. And on the line, we're just hitting back, were Czech Republic, so they saved the best for the last lap. Czech Republic are the gold medal winners in 50.598. Silver will go to Team USA in 50.701. So 0.2 of a second difference in the gold medal final. So we return to sprinting. We're at the finals stage now. First age category on track are the 65-69s. And the first final here is the bronze medal final between Jay Wolkoff of the United States and Paul Jackson of Australia. Best of three. And, draw for the first of the three matches. On the outside here is Paul Jackson, the yellow. On the inside, Jay Wolkoff with the best described as stripy jersey. So it's Jay Wolkoff who's taking a bit of a flyer here. Paul Jackson fighting to get back on terms. One lap to go. Jackson's a little closer now. Big effort here from Wolkoff to take it on so early. Will he pay the price? Can Jackson get around him? The final two corners. Wolkoff has a shorter run to the line and will take advantage of that and will hold off just Paul Jackson. So Jay Wolkoff will take match one in bronze medal final heat. So we'll turn our attention now to the gold medal final. James Joseph of Guyana versus Kurt Sato of the United States. Sato, the defending champion from last year in Los Angeles. James Joseph has drawn the inside line for the first match and is obliged to lead away. Going about as slow as they dare, partially for the ability to remain upright, but also to keep going at a greater than walking pace. Safety through the first half lap. If they do decide to come to a complete halt, they can do so on 2 occasions at most, for no more than 30 seconds per standstill. The reason that would occur is if the rider at the front instigates the standstill to try and get the second rider to take the lead. It takes a lot of energy, but sometimes the result is not what was anticipated. So James Joseph here, Guyana written proudly on his shorts. Fate, so he's going to go for a one there, and Kurt Sato got ready to respond, but Joseph thought better of it. So they continue to roll around. One lap to go when they come to the home straight this time. Sato starts to move around the outside of his opponent. Oh no, he almost caught his front wheel while he did so. Well, Kurt Sato sets off down the back straight with James Joseph in hot pursuit. Can he catch the defending champion? The answer is no, so is Sato his first across the line. So we move on to the 70 to 74 age category. The bronze medal final match on between Jose Char of Argentina and Peter Humphreys of Great Britain. Humphreys in the lower position on the track and Char at the top. Humphreys continues to crane his neck, looking over his right shoulder to try to preempt any move from his Argentinian opponent. Char takes a little bit of a closer line behind Humphreys as they go down the back straight. 1 lap to go this time. Humphreys raises himself out of the saddle, picks up the pace. Equal to it, and remains at a similar distance behind as he did before. But he needs to begin to move around the outside of Humphreys because we're heading to the finish line this time. Humphreys not only has the shorter run to the line, but he's also still ahead before he gets there. Char not able to go over the top. And Peter Humphreys will take the first match in the bronze medal final for the 70 to 74 age category. So the first match in the gold medal final now. Jean-Louis Dublé, who is just about to be delivered to the topmost position on the start line. He's taking on Marc d'Angleterre, who is already there in the black colours. So an all-French battle for the gold medal. Well, certain to hear the French national anthem when we come to the victory ceremony, but which of the two riders will be on the top step of the podium will be determined over the next up to 3 encounters. Don Later is still the man on the front, looking under his shoulder here rather than over it. To reveal that Jean-Louis Doublet is right behind him. Don Later picks up the tempo. On this final lap, Doublet begins to try and make his move around the outside. Don Later defending his position just on the border of the sprinter's line. And he has the match of his opponent Jean-Louis Doublet on the line, so Marc Don Later is the winner of the first match in the gold medal final. On to age category 75 plus in the men's sprint. Again, we're at the medal finals stage here. Riders on track first for the bronze medal final, match one, with Mark Rodemaker of the United States and Jim Veal of Australia. Rodemaker on the inside, Veal on the outside. First half lap completed at a decent pace. Rodemaker looks behind at Veal, who is occupying the higher position on the track at the moment. Veal drops down underneath Rodemaker, who was just outside the sprinter's line. The sprint not begun yet though, so that move is permissible. And Veal, as they go to the back straight for the final time, bike length or so ahead of Marc Rodemaker. Can Rodemaker pick up his pace and match his opponents as they come into the finishing straight? Veal looks as though he's going to hold off Rodemaker, so Jim Veal will take that one. He goes one match ahead of Marc Rodemaker. So we move to the gold medal final. Great Britain's Jeff Cook taking on New Zealand's Colin Claxton. Claxton on the inside in the black and white of New Zealand. Jeff Cook on the outside in the blue and yellow of the Bush Healthcare team representing Great Britain. Well, these two got involved in the action of the scratch race. The Claxton taking the gold and Cook the silver. Time trial, Cook finished better than Claxton. He took the silver medal and Claxton the bronze. And of course, Jeff Cook, the points race champion as well, and the defending champion from Los Angeles last year. Colin Claxton takes them into the back straight. Cook content to sit in second place at the moment, requiring his competitor to look out behind him. The art of riding forwards whilst looking backwards being ably demonstrated by Colin Claxton. Jeff Cook, rock solid focus on the back wheel of Claxton. One lap to go this time. Both riders will want to try and get the first match to put the pressure on their opponents. Claxton still has the advantage with the the pace that Jeff Cook brings to the sprint, and how he begins to develop that as they go down the back straight. Cook alongside Claxton under the scoreboard. Claxton still has half a wheel advantage. Claxton on the inside, Cook on the outside. Colin Claxton will take that one, so Colin Claxton goes one match ahead of Jeff Cook. Well, what was I saying about putting pressure on your opponents? And the defending champion will have to win the second match to force a decider. So the sprint finals will continue into the match 2 stage. A bit later on this evening, we'll turn our attention now to the men's team pursuit age category 55 to 64 finals. Bronze medal final first on the track, starting in the home straight with the team of USA 1. Opponents in the back straight, the team of Tempo di Martello. At the risk of repeating my very poor joke from this morning, to have a complete new audience on our live stream, I will. Tempo di Martello is not a cheap bottle of wine from Aldi, it is the team in the back straight. And it got equally good reaction as it did this morning as well. So 15 seconds to go, USA in the home straight, Tempo di Martello of Great Britain in the back straight. Team pursuit bronze medal final underway, the USA team in the home straight. Brian Abbott, Eric Brown, Stephen Vela and Joseph Poulsen, and the Tempo di Martello team in the back straight, Ian Davidson, John Fiddies, Chris Pyatt and Paul Watmo. Time taken on the third rider across the line. Advantage for USA 1 in the opening laps here. We're approaching completion of the opening kilometre next time round. This is our first major time check. But at the moment it's USA 1 ahead of Tempo di Martello. They were separated with just half a second at the end of the qualification round this morning. Fortunes have changed a little bit here, but Tempo Di Martello are still playing second fiddle to USA 1 at the moment, 1.7 seconds. The team of USA 1 dropped their fourth rider, that's Brian Abbers. Tempo Di Martello, still all four riders on track. USA 1 employed the same tactic this morning in qualification, with Brian Abbers leading them away and putting in some fast laps at the start and then dropping it off the action. Still halfway through this, to the completion of the second kilometre. 2.624 the deficit for Tempo Di Martello. So USA certainly made the faster start. It's the British team in the back straight. They need to start to pick up the pace. John Fiddy's on the front with the team of Tempo Di Martello. Approach the line this time. 2.738 is the gap. Still in favour of USA in the home straight. Almost into the same straight as their opponents, not quite. Yeah, team of Tempo Di Martello got a little bit ragged for them in qualification this morning when they lost their fourth rider and the third rider lost contact as well. So we'll be hoping to avoid that fate here this evening in this final for the bronze medal. But they need to seriously lift the pace at 2.2 seconds in arrears. Indeed, they're starting to do so, so the gap down to 1.9 seconds now. We're inside the final 750 metres of this bronze medal team pursuit final. Looks as though Tempo Di Martello are now going to share with their fourth rider, Chris Pyatt. Leaving Davidson, Fiddies and Watmo to complete the distance. Gap is 1.253, still in favour of the United States in the home straight. We're heading for the bell this time. USA cross the finish line first. 1.185 the advantage ahead of Tempo Di Martello. Rise will fan out across the width of the track to make sure there's no deficit to the third rider when they come to the finish line. Team USA into the finishing straight, and they will cross the line now. Little gap to round three. Same in the back straight, came very, very close at that final passage of the finish line. But USA 1 just take it from Tempo Di Martello. They hit back hard in that last lap, but it's USA 1 in 4:48.050. Tempo Di Martello 4:48.467. So the bronze medal goes to the team of USA 1. Well, both times corrected for the third rider, who was a little bit behind the lead rider. The corrected times 4:48.249 for the home straight and 4:48.612 for the back straight. But result very much the same. Bronze medal for USA 1 and Tempo Di Martello finish in fourth place. Well, the two fastest teams from the qualification round this morning will meet here in the final, but there was quite a difference in the qualification times. Starting in the home straight, the team of Oton AVS 55+, representing Great Britain. Be Robert Musio, Martin Perrett, Adrian Dent and Mike Twelves. And their opponents in the back straight, Australia, represented by Peter Felsted, Dave Fairburn, Gary Mandy and Bill Gordon. So Oton AVS posted a time of 4:32.670 to qualify into this final, and Australia 4:44.888. 12 seconds between them in favour of the team in the home straight. Team Pursuit gold medal final, Great Britain versus Australia. Oton AVS 55 plus in the home straight for Great Britain, and Australia in the back straight for Australia. Both teams led away in the home straight by Mike Twelves and in the back straight by Gary Mandy, both gold medalists already in these World Masters. Gary Mandy giving the Australians a fast start, so fast that the fourth rider has not quite got on terms yet. That's Peter Felstead, I should say, in the Australian team. Now he's just about into line. No such difficulties for Oton AVS. Four riders in the well-drilled Team Pursuit squad, which they did in the Pursuit qualification round this morning as well. As I mentioned, a big gulf between these two in favour of the home straight team. Let's see if the Australians have anything reserved for this final here this evening. Early stages in Australia are ahead by 0.9 of a second. Australians dropped their fourth rider relatively early this morning. He was Gary Mandy, who got off with a fast start from the gate, and then we had down to 3 riders for the second half of the ride. It'll be interesting to see if they repeat the tactic here this evening, or whether they're reliant on Mandy to put some more pace into the ride in the latter stages, conscious of the gap between these two teams in terms of time in the qualification round. Pretty much equal. Oton AVS just snatching the lead now by 0.179 of a second. Let's see how quickly the lead goes up for the home straight team. Coach at trackside, keeping them on schedule and advising them of the gap. And they're in the same straight as their opponents, as Australia left the back straight. The team of Oton AVS entered it at the other end, so a sign that the gap is rapidly increasing here. 3.4 seconds in favour of the British team in the home straight. Into the 3rd kilometre. Oton AVS getting closer to the catch here. Still both teams with all 4 riders. But that 12-second gulf in qualification this morning is once again proving that the team in the home straight are considerably faster than their opponents. Oton AVS drop their 4th rider, and the other 3 are about to catch Australia. The catch is made. Oton AVS 55 plus take the gold medal, catching Australia. So Robert Musio, Martin Parrott, Adrian Dent and Mike Twelves deliver a gold medal for Great Britain and the Oton AVS 55 plus team. Australia take the silver and USA 1 take the bronze. So it's back into sprint action now. Men's sprint 65-69 bronze medal final. So lining up here, Paul Jackson of Australia on the inside this time, and Jay Wolkoff on the outside. Wolkoff was the winner of the first match, so he'll need to hope that he can take this one and avoid the necessity for a match 3. Well, Paul Jackson will be hoping he can win this one and take Jackson and Wolkoff into a third match. Away they go. We'll know the answers to that in 3 laps' time. Wolkoff leaving a large gap here to Paul Jackson. Wolkoff using the height of the track. Took a long one last time and it proved effective, so maybe that's the plan again. There's a big gap to close on Paul Jackson. Rising across it though. Wolkoff with a faster turn of pace here than Paul Jackson. What can Jackson do with the lap to go? Here comes Wolkoff, he'll be on terms halfway down the back straight at this rate. Jackson has lifted his pace. Wolkoff is not quite there yet, but they are shoulder to shoulder coming out of corner 4, but Jackson got the shorter run to the line. Wolkoff throws his bike, and in 2 rides, Jay Wolkoff will take the bronze medal. Well fought by Paul Jackson. Ultimately, the pace of Jay Wolkoff proved to be the most effective. So no necessity for a match 3 in the bronze medal final. Let's see what is going to happen now in the gold medal final between James Joseph and Kurt Sato. Kurt Sato is the winner of the first match in this gold medal final. This time he starts on the inside. He's the defending champion of the Master Sprint competition in this age category. James Joseph of Guyana on the outside. Match 2 in the gold medal final of the 65-69 sprint. Well, a little move here from Joseph, trying to dummy a little move to Kurt Sato. Kato unaffected by that, still has the lead position. So James Joseph decides he's going to go from higher up the track this time. Kurt Sato first to dive inside that sprinter's line. And Joseph has got the gap to close. Now he's got a good turn of pace, but so too has Kurt Sato. James Joseph moving well low down the back straight. Sato just moving slightly out of the sprinter's line in corner 3, but Joseph still has just the advantage on the line. Oh, that's really close. And James Joseph first across the line there. just reviewing the footage of that. The moments where riders may possibly have contravened the regulations. We shall find out momentarily. So we'll confirm the results of that just as soon as we can. Meanwhile, we move on to the 70 to 74 age category, a bronze medal final match 2 between Jose Cha of Argentina and Peter Humphreys of Great Britain. So almost ready to start the second match in the bronze medal final of the 70 to 74s. Just going back to the previous match, and it's all square. James Joseph getting the better of Kurt Sater. That result stands after a quick check. Make sure all was well. So that will go to a decider. And here we have Jose Cha and Peter Humphreys on track. Peter Humphreys was the rider who won the opening match in this bronze medal final for the 70 to 74s. Jose Cha is the man up the front on this occasion. Bell and 1 lap to go. Peter Humphreys beginning to make a move around the outside of Jose Cha. They are on terms in the back straight. Humphreys though just gets his nose ahead as they come under the scoreboard. Slightly longer route to the line for Humphreys, and that is close. Well, we wait for the photo finish confirmation of that one. I think Humphreys might just have snuck it, but just behind the line here in the commentary position, so we'll wait for our judges to confirm that for us. And he did, yes, Peter Humphreys just got that ahead of Jose Cha, so in 2 rides, Peter Humphreys will take the bronze medal in the men's 70 to 74 sprint bronze medal final. A little shake of the head from Jose Cha, he was so close to pushing that one to a decider, but Humphreys just got him on the line. Peter Humphreys acknowledging the applause of our crowd here, enjoying the racing on this penultimate day of the World Masters. Final day tomorrow, of course. Competition gets away at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Grab yourself a ticket if you've not one already. So the riders on track for the gold medal final match 2. On the outside here is Marc d'Angleterre, and on the inside, Jean-Louis Doublet. D'Angleterre has the advantage of having won the opening exchange between these two. So his fellow Frenchman Jean-Louis Dublé needs to win this one to take it to a decider. Dublé in the blue and white in the lead. D'Angleterre sitting in his wheel tracks at the moment. Both riders like to take the battle to the higher reaches of the track before sweeping down once again. The order changed though as D'Angleterre has gone ahead. There's a little manoeuvre. Bell this time. Marc D'Angleterre and Jean-Louis Dublé fighting out for the honour of a French gold medal. Dublé has to win this one, taking to decider. He draws level with D'Angleterre as they come into corner 3. And still pretty close on the line. Oh, another really close one, but just launching his bike at the line. I think Jean-Louis Dublé may have got that one. If so, that will go to a decider as well. So we've seen some really close finishes in these sprint matches. And indeed it was Jean-Louis Dublé who got the better of Marc D'Angleterre on that occasion, so one match each. That will go to the decider. There is the picture, the photo finish image that shows Jean-Louis Dublé, the rider closest to you. Looking at the picture, you've just got it on the line by a very small margin. So both gold medal finals so far have the necessity of a match 3. We'll move into the 75 plus age category now. And the bronze medal final between Mark Rodemaker and Jim Veal. Jim Veal has the benefit of winning the opening match. Veal in the green and Rodemaker in the darker colours. Veal raises himself out of the saddle and picks up the pace. Rodemaker will have to try and close that gap. They're into the final half lap here. Veal still with the full bike length ahead of Rodemaker. The American hitting back, and did he take him on the line? I think he did, so it may well be a deciding match for that one as well. The trend of close finishes continues. Yep, that was the outcome of that one, so Mark Rodemaker squares the bronze medal final in the 75 plus sprint, and that will go to a decider. So it's the gold medal final. Jeff Cook, the defending champion, but he is one down against New Zealand's Colin Claxton. So Cook has to win this one if he's to have a chance of retaining his gold medal in a deciding match. Cook on the inside, Claxton on the outside. Cook obliged to lead this time. Claxton won the last one from the front, so he decides that he's going to go into that position quite early here. Claxton conscious of the pace of Jeff Cook, but he managed to hold him off in the first match. And he needs to do it one more time. The gold medal will be his. Jeff Cook riding as close as he possibly can behind the wheel of Colin Claxton. 1 lap to go. This is a sprint of pure speed rather than tactics. Claxton made it clear the way he was approaching this one, and Cook is starting to try and come around the outside of Claxton. This is a repeat of last time. Can Colin Claxton hold up Jeff Cook off this time? Oh, another really close finish for you. Well, I think Jeff Cook may just have got that. I've been right every time so far, so I shall take my chances and say yes, he did. Jeff Cook has squared that one, so that goes to a decider. 1 match each in the gold medal final. Well, we're certainly keeping our photo finish operator's finger working hard this evening to grab the images to confirm those results. Jeff Cook goes into the third and deciding encounter with Colin Claxton, having won match 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships, Men's Team Sprint, age category 45 to 54. The medals and jerseys will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place, and winners of the bronze medals, representing Great Britain, Velobike, Tony Brooks, Anthony Wallace, Lee Stables. In second place, and winners of the silver medals, representing the United States of America, Team USA, Charles Moore, William Wong, Kenneth Todd. In first place, UCI Masters World Champions and winners of the gold medals, representing Czech Republic, David Gothard, Petr Malešek, Petr Nivert. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champions, we present the national anthem of Czech Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's Team Pursuit, age category 55 to 64. The medals and a jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place and winners of the bronze medals, representing the United States of America, Brian Abbers, Eric Brown, Stephen Vela, Joseph Paulson. In second place and winners of the silver medals, representing Australia, Peter Felstead, Dave Ferber, Gary Mandy, Bill Gordon. In first place, UCI Masters World Champions and winners of the gold medals. Representing Great Britain, Oton AVS 55+, Robert Musio, Martin Perrett, Adrian Dent, Mike 12s. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champions, we present the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. So back to our sprinting competition, and we're at the match C stage in quite a few of our finals actually. First of all, in the men's sprint 65-69, in the gold medal final, this is match C between James Joseph of Guyana and Kurt Sato of the United States. Sato was the winner of the first match. Joseph hit back and won the second. This is the decider for the gold medal. Both preceding matches have been pretty closely run affairs between these two. Sato, of course, the defending champion from last year in Los Angeles. James Joseph proving a tough opponent, though. Sato trying to keep Joseph high up the track here, limiting the angles of attack. Joseph begins the acceleration. So, in case, well, Sato, I think, touched the back wheel of his opponent, who pulled his foot out. Well, dramatic moments as the defending champion ends up on the floor. Oh, good news is Kurt Sato is on his feet. Well, the footage just being reviewed by our race officials on that incident. So after viewing the footage of the incident involving the riders in the previous match, James Joseph and Kurt Sato, both judged to have been equally at fault. Therefore, that gold medal match 3 will be rerun between James Joseph and Kurt Sato. However, the match on the track at the moment is the gold medal match 3 in the 70 to 74 age category. Jean-Louis Doublet and Marc Dangleterre, both from France. Doublet leading away. He won the second match, Dangleterre won the first. This is the decider. The gold medal will be going to France, but which of these two riders will have it in their pocket will be decided in a lap and a bit. Doublet still on the front, Dangleterre occupying the higher position on the track. Both riders decide to drop down. First to arrive adjacent to the sprinters line was Jean-Louis Doublet. So Doublet leading out down the back straight. Dangleterre's got the gap to close here. A longer way to go around as well. Jean-Louis Doublet into the finishing straight, and I don't think Marc Dangleterre will do it, so Jean-Louis Doublet by 2 matches to 1 is the gold medal winner and the World Master Champion in the men's sprint 70 to 74 age category. So into the 75 plus, and both bronze and gold medal finals requiring a match 3 here. This is the bronze medal final on track now, with Mark Rodemaker of the United States. He's on the outside, and Jim Veal of Australia on the inside. Veal won the first match, Rodemaker hit back to square it. This is the decider. Rodemaker beginning to move up alongside Veal, who's lower down on the track. Both move up as they come into the back straight. So the bell only comes to the home straight this time. Veal drops inside the sprinter's line. Rodemaker comes over the top. He too takes a position ahead of Veal inside the red line, so Veal's going to go around the outside. And into the closing lap now. Veal just with half a wheel ahead. But Rodemaker with the shorter run to the line. This is going to be close again, but Rodemaker on the inside for the United States of America. We'll take that one. So in 2 matches to 1, Mark Rodemaker takes victory ahead of Jim Veal for the bronze medal. the result of that bronze medal final under review. Meanwhile, the gold medal final gets underway. Jeff Cook and Colin Claxton. So Jeff Cook hit back at Colin Claxton, took match 2, but he lost out in match 1, so it's going to be a real battle here. So Claxton in the lead position, Cook immediately on his wheel. One lap to go. Who's got the fastest closing lap between these two? Colin Claxton ahead of Jeff Cook. Cook begins the acceleration. Has he left too big a gap though? Colin Claxton has got a good turn of speed here. He's off the banking first into the finishing straight. Oh, on the line, Claxton will take that one. So Colin Claxton ahead of Jeff Cook across the line. And the defending champion from last year will have to settle for the silver medal. Well, let me take you back to the bronze medal final, and I can tell you that after reviewing the footage of that 3-lap race for the bronze medal, the official decision is that it's a C6 relegation for number 488, Mark Rodemaker, C6 for entering the sprinters lane while the opponent was already there. Therefore, the winner of the bronze medal will be Jim Veal of Australia. So we still have one piece of unfinished business, the gold medal final in the 65-69 age category that requires the rerun. Crash that occurred in that one. Both riders currently being patched up by our medical team. And confirmation of that sprint result. Colin Claxton of New Zealand takes the gold medal, Jeff Cook of Great Britain takes the silver, and Jim Veal of Australia takes the bronze. So I have to tell you that Kurt Sato feels unable to continue, so the winner of the gold medal in the 65-69 sprint will be James Joseph of Guyana. Kurt Sato will take the silver, and Jay Wolkoff was the rider who took the bronze medal. So do stay with us, folks. We'll bring you all of our victory ceremonies for the men's sprint in a few moments' time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's Sprint, age category 65 to 69. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing the United States of America, Jay Wolkoff. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing the United States of America, Kurt Sato. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Guyana, James Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the national anthem of Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's Sprint, age category 70 to 74. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, Peter Humphreys. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing France, Marc d'Angleterre. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing France, Jean-Louis Doublet. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the national anthem of France. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's Sprint, age category 75 to 79. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place, a winner of the bronze medal, representing Australia, Jim Veal. In second place, and winner of the silver medal, representing Great Britain, Jeff Cook. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing New Zealand, Colin Claxton. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the National Anthem of New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships in Manchester. Awards ceremony of the 2023 UCI Masters Track World Championships. Men's Sprint, age category 80+. The medals and jersey will be presented by Ian Emerson, OBE, Chairman of the World Masters Organising Committee. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, John Mason. In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing Trinidad and Tobago, Earl Henry. In first place, UCI Masters World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing the United States of America, James Kloss. Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI Masters World Champion, we present the National Anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, your applause for our medalists. So that concludes competition on day 7 of the UCI World Masters Track Cycling Championships. Join us tomorrow for the final day of action of these championships. Competition begins at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Until then, from all of us here at the National Cycling Centre, a very good night.